I think the Celtics could have won this game tonight without Porzingis and Drew Holiday. They stopped shooting the three in the second half. They got nothing from their bench whatsoever, and they gave up 12 offensive rebounds in the second half. So that's on them. That's just the facts, everybody. Yeah, sure. I'm sure some people are disappointed tonight. They'll beat the Cavs. Like, Donovan Mitchell had another 41-point game. He got a little bit of help tonight from Evan Mobley. But down the stretch, while Jaylen Brown is dealing with foul trouble all night long, did you know that Jason Tatum had 0 free throw attempts in the second half? He had 5 on the night. So I'm sure there's a little bit of that it had an impact in the game. It did. But rebounding. I have been saying this since day one. The Celtics' biggest issues. It's not shooting the three. It's not turnovers. It's none of that. It's rebounding and points in the paint. Those are the two issues with this team. Now, if you want to add another one, they did not have a defender without Drew Holiday in the game late. They went to Sam Hauser, who played 38 minutes tonight, and they attacked the hell out of him. And when he was getting cooked, like our buddy Cerrone Battle likes to say, barbecue chicken all night long, who did he go to? Peyton Pritchard. Now, I'm not slighting you, Peyton Pritchard, but he's undersized. He's not the guy. So you look at the rest of the bench, probably not Jordan Walsh. Skaz brought this up as well. Why not Torrey Craig? You're getting cooked. I'm putting this one on the defense. I know they blew a lead. I know they had a 22-point lead. They stopped shooting threes. They couldn't rebound, and they couldn't defend. That's why they lost the game. That's why they lost. Credit the Cavs. Evan Mobley turned it on. And listen, maybe I'll take a victory lap here, Skaz, but I said this before the game. I gave you 3 bets tonight. I said Tatum would go over 8. Boom. I told you that Mobley would go over 8. Boom. I had White over 16.5 points. He had 16. And he also took a nasty hit late in the game. But I told you that it had to be somebody else outside of Donovan Mitchell. And tonight it was Evan Mobley, who had 17 points and 11 rebounds. The Celtics have always been able to handle everybody else besides Mitchell. Tonight it was Mobley who controlled the boards and took the air out of the basketball. It was the defensive matchups, the defense, the limited amount of shot selection that they had. It sucks blowing a 22-point lead. It sucks going on a 25-3 run to start the game. But late game, the adjustments. Tonight, Mazzulla didn't make the right ones. The team couldn't stop anybody. And it's easy to say, if Drew was out there. Of course. Or if Porzingis was healthy, they wouldn't have all the rebounds. Of course. They still could have won this game without them. They needed defensive stops. You left Hauser out there for 38 minutes, and you replaced him with Pritchard when you had other bodies that could have defended. I blame that on Coach Mazzulla. Your thoughts at 617-779-0985. Skaz, am I missing anything tonight? Because you mentioned the Torrey Craig thing to me.
Yeah, Torrey Krug.
Yeah,
where was
great
he?
defender.
No, I'm with you, Joe. I don't want to do the Porzingis and Holiday thing. They had more than enough opportunities to win this game. I think it comes down to the bench and the rebounding.
Oh, geez, I didn't really dig on that one, but go get into the bench on that.
Yeah, I mean, the Celtics bench had 6 points in this game, Joe, all from Peyton Pritchard. Peyton Pritchard played 25 minutes tonight. He was a minus 36. One of the worst games of Peyton Pritchard's NBA career. And Luke Cornett right behind him, 19 minutes, a minus 26. So two guys that have been, really good to borderline great at times for this Celtics team this year, had their worst game of the night at a very inopportune time. And the people that want to say, well, Porzingis and Holiday play, Celtics win easy.
Duh.
Are you convinced Porzingis is going to be out there in the playoffs?
I don't know.
Are you convinced Holiday is going to be out there in the playoffs?
I don't
know. Neither am I. How could you be with these two guys right now? So you're going to have to win some games without Kristaps Porzingis. The Hauser thing, I get it. He was hunted. They didn't do enough adjustments.
Hauser, is that what is it?
The Hauser hunt.
The Hauser hunt. Oh, it was on.
Horford, not great tonight either. Didn't take enough shots. I didn't think he was, assertive enough. I'm not going to have any complaints about Jason Tatum tonight. I'm sure that will bother some people. I thought he had maybe a couple bad shot selections, but other than that,
free throws though. And I'm not going referee.
I did see a lot of that on Celtics Twitter, upset with the referees in the second half.
But Brown did get into foul trouble, and I thought that there was some
ticky-tack calls.
Ticky-tack. How does the Celtics bench have 6 points with the sixth man of the year candidate?
Yeah, that's what stands out to me tonight is that bench effort. And look, I know they're going to be a 7-man, maybe 8-man rotation in the playoffs, but those are two of the guys that are going to be out there. And if Pritchard is looking like this against the Cavs, you can't play him if he's going to be a minus 36 in 25 minutes.
Defend.
He can't defend these guys.
Why did Missoula go to Pritchard?
So your only other options were really Tillman, who you're not going to play, Watson, who wasn't going to play, Shireman, not going to play, Keita. Maybe you throw Keita out there for a minute or two just to try and grab a rebound because nobody else could.
What about Craig?
Yeah, Torrey Craig played 3 minutes in this game. I saw Gary Washburn tweet that just kind of not really sure why.
I wonder if he asked Joe after the game.
Oh, yeah, we'll be looking for that.
Let me know. And I'm not saying this guy's the savior, but why is he here?
He started against Toronto, didn't play against Detroit, and then plays 3 minutes tonight. That seems like there's something going on there. I mean, you brought him in here to, play some defense and hit a couple threes.
He can defend. He can rebound. He can run. Why'd you bring him in if you're not going to use him? I hope people don't think I'm overreacting here. Missoula could have handled this better tonight. What do we always hear about the struggles with the Celtics? The zone, right? The zone. They should have been better there. And I blame coaching. There are times where these players give you everything they have tonight. Brown was outstanding. Tatum did it all. But at some point, you need a little bit of guidance from your coach. And he left them hanging. Oh, who's texting you?
Joe, some immediate post-game reaction from a green teamer.
Okay.
Maybe a co-host.
Okay.
Maybe a man that stands right where I stand a little earlier in the day. He said, just remember that the Celtics beating the Cavs in the playoffs was tainted because Mitchell was hurt. But the Cavs beating the Celtics twice with the C's missing 2 starters means everything.
Did I say that tonight? What was the first thing I said? Green teamer. What was the first thing I said? They should have won this game without. Oh no! And I've always said who tapped out in the playoffs.
Donovan Mitchell.
Tonight, I think they should have won this game without Porzingis and without Drew Holiday. Oh, he's already on it, huh?
Stu is always listening. Always.
I understand. If Holiday and Porzingis play, do they win this game? Duh.
Do the Cavs
but will they be there? To your point, will they be there?
Do the Cavs scare you in a playoff series?
No. In a 7-game series, no.
I kind of feel the same way, and maybe that's arrogance or whatever you want to call it, but I still feel like the Celtics are the better team, and they got to do something about this Donovan Mitchell, though. He is, and look, I know he's a tremendous player. He's been a tremendous player, but what he does in the Garden in Boston is unbelievable. It's insane to watch. It's like, when Tatum goes to MSG or, any of these guys, Steph at MSG. Mitchell in Boston is Yeah, I think they showed on NBC Sports Boston that he joined Kobe and Iverson maybe, or Jordan and Iverson. I can't remember exactly who it was, as the only guy to like average 30 against the Celtics in a season or at the Garden. Just he's a Celtic killer.
Mitchell crushes the Celtics, and he has little support. But tonight, Mobley took over, I thought. Those rebounds. And listen, Al Horford looked like his age. And he's going to have big games for you later on. I'm not going to overreact to this, but where I really do want to highlight what happened tonight, I really do feel that Missoula put them in a really bad spot. I thought they never adjusted to the zone, and when they needed stops late, Hauser got cooked, and his replacement was Pritchard. Like, to me, that's horrible. Horrible. I'm sorry, you can't get over this.
That's your guy, Joe.
No, I'm a Pritchard guy, but I think Pritchard would tell you that he can't defend either, right? What was his plus minus again? All right, what was his and Cornette's plus minus tonight?
Sean Grandy had this at the end of the broadcast. They were a minus 62, Joe.
Holy smokes! A minus 62 with Cornette and Pritchard on the floor.
All the starters had a positive plus minus except for Derek White, who was a minus 2.
Yes.
So the bench killed him. Absolutely killed him tonight.
In our chat, Chuck Olson listens every night. Are we blaming Missoula? I am. There was situational basketball tonight where he didn't make the adjustments. When you're in the zone, can you maybe look inside? Can you maybe – and listen, here's the other thing,
Who
guys.
are they going to go to inside?
Well, I don't know. This is what I'm saying. I'm spitballing because you're right. To your point, you're right. But they didn't even get enough threes off. So it's like, oh, well, who are they going to throw to inside? Well, they only got 12 shots off. They could have been better against the zone. They weren't. They still were in the game late, and they fell apart defensively. So I get it. No Porzingis, no Holiday. Let's just go home, everybody. They'll win in the playoffs. Let's just go home. Don't have to worry about Porzingis, right? Don't have to worry about Drew Holiday.
I'm worried about both.
I'm not getting so I'm buying. I refuse to get worked up. Thank you. But listen, coaching, it matters in games like tonight. The zone. They struggled, only got 12 shots off. They barely went to the basket. Where were the free throw attempts besides Derek White, who took a huge fall at the end of the game? And that made it like a one-possession game, I think. In the biggest defensive moment tonight, they took Hauser out and Pritchard in. Tell me where that is the advantage Celtics. Tell me. Tell me. Because it's not.
Cameron Tabatabe, I always feel like I'm pronouncing
he
that
does
wrong.
a great job.
Does a great job, yeah. Big on Celtics Twitter. The Celtics in the second half, 39% from the field, 23% from three, 3 bench points in the second half. Woof.
But yet Tatum and Brown give you 46 and 37, but no one else.
83? Is that 83 combined points?
That's a lot of points. It's a lot of points. Mr. Bubbles in our chat, they gave Hauser 38 minutes. Yes, Mr. Bubbles. Yes, Mr. Bubbles.
Joe, would you like to guess Sam Hauser's plus minus tonight?
Believe it or not, I bet you he was a plus because he hit a bunch of shots.
He was a plus 18 tonight.
Did look it.
Didn't feel like it.
He got cooked.
That just shows you how badly the Cornette and Pritchard minutes were, though. If he was a plus 18 with his defense out there tonight, Pritchard and Cornette, that's minus 62.
So the 83 points, right? Minus the 62.
There we go, Joe math.
Minus the 62. That's 21, right? And they lost by, hang on, 16, 4, 7. So that would be 7 times 3, 21. Joe math. Yes, Hauser shouldn't be playing 30 minutes. He shouldn't have been in the game late. They should have put Pritchard in the game late, and they should have done something to adjust in the zone. I blame the coach. But you know what? We all have different opinions. 617-779-0985. Let's hear what the people have to say. Colin's in the car. Hey, Colin.
4-7. Hey, Joe. This loss is on the coaching. Joe Mazzulla can't leave Sam Hauser out there with 5 minutes to go. They're down 7 points. You need to stop him. They've been hunting him for 30 minutes the whole night. You have to put somebody else in there. I don't know who they go to, Torrey Craig or Keita. You have to mix it up, but he's sitting on the sidelines with his hands in his pocket. You have to do something.
I'm not going to overreact, but Colin, that is the fact he was out there for that many minutes was just stupid. It was stupid.
You just have to go away from him. He wasn't giving you anything offensively. There's no point of having him out there. Have Keita out there. Have Craig. Have Tillman. Somebody. You just have to change it up. I don't care that he was in the starting lineup. You have to go somewhere else.
Yeah, I would have went Craig.
Yeah, I'll be interested. I'm looking for post-game sound. I haven't seen any Mazzulla yet, but I'll definitely be looking if he's asked about why only 3 minutes for Torrey Craig tonight.
By the way, the Cavs are one of the top 5 teams in the league. They deserve the respect. They're a good team. But when it comes to big games, Donovan Mitchell always arrives. The rest of their team doesn't. Tonight, I thought Mobley arrived. I thought Garland had some really nice buckets late in the game. And did they get some shots from Hunter? Yes, they did. I'm not concerned about Celtics-Cavs in a 7-game series. I'm just not. But what I am concerned about, though, is situational defense. That's what I'm concerned about. Let's talk to Greg. He's in Boston. Hey, Greg.
Hey, Joe. I got to disagree with you. I'm actually quite concerned about the 7-game series with them having home court. I thought that while Donovan Mitchell was absolutely cooking tonight, Hauser was getting roasted by everyone. No one can cover Darius Garland. I'm not even sure Drew Holiday can, but I'll hang up and listen. But I am very concerned about Celtics going out.
You're concerned, but you do know that, you know, again, I'm trying not to use the Porzingis Holiday angle, but you get 2 other bodies in there, you don't see Hauser or Pritchard.
You'd like to think that, right? But, I mean, I feel like we can't plan on having that 7-game series with them in there. I feel much more confident that Holiday will be back, but Porzingis, career-wise, you know, I can't bookmark him being there. I'd like to.
Yeah, I mean, listen, last year Donovan Mitchell couldn't stay healthy to get into a 7-game series either.
True.
So I just, you know, we'll agree to disagree. When can we challenge Joe Mazzulla? Like, Tatum and Brown did everything tonight. Why is it that when it came to a late game adjustment, the Cavs went to zone? They went to zone.
Can I get you say Tatum and Brown did everything tonight? And obviously, I'm not going to argue with that, but it almost felt like they needed to force feed Tatum more in that fourth quarter. Like, and it's who he's had to become this year, you know, with the usage and point Tatum, all that stuff. He's making everyone else around him better. But at times, in a game like tonight, when he's hitting crazy shots, and I know he was only 4 of 12 from 3, but he was incredible tonight. One of his better games in recent memory was tonight.
They stopped doubling him, though.
And it felt like at times in the fourth quarter, they just needed to give him the ball.
Yeah.
And I know people hate that, and it's not Celtics basketball, but no one else was doing anything. Tatum was dragging them through that game at points.
I agree with you. Look, what I would have done was put Holiday at the top of the key with Hauser. Or Pritchard, for that matter. And I would have looked to try to get Tatum to be the pick and roll guy. I know they were playing zone, but if he gets the ball inside, he can dribble inside and go to the basket. So that's where I agree with you, Skaz. I think that getting Tatum the ball more, whether it's driving downhill or getting the ball inside the paint, they settled for poor shots. They only got 12 threes off in the second half. How did that happen? They shoot like 50 a night, but they got 12 off in the fourth quarter. We got to go to break. I see you guys lined up on the phone lines. We're doing trade talks? The trade deadline's over, everybody. What are you talking about? Oh, my God. Poor Trent tonight. We'll take a quick break. I'm Joe Murray here on the Sports Hub.
Everybody has to be better. Coaches have to be better. Players have to be better. So we got to make better adjustments. For guys in position. So constantly going back and forth, and try to put the team in position.
All right, that was Joe Mazzulla. What he said there was he needs to make better. There's a few things I would ask Joe Mazzulla tonight. Tatum and Brown were spectacular. They really were. Don't get me wrong on that. Okay. But the bench really struggled tonight. Did they do enough to get Peyton Pritchard going? He had 4 shots. And they got nothing else from the bench tonight. Tatum and Brown took 61 shots tonight. Yeah, it's great. 83 points. Did he do enough to get the bench going? Did he make enough adjustments when they went to zone? When they had an 18-point lead in the third quarter, did he make the right adjust? Should Sam Hauser play 38 minutes in an NBA game? No. So, if you don't like my takes on Joe Mazzulla right now, then answer why in an NBA game Sam Hauser played 38 minutes. Because it should never happen. Ever. 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 Let's hear from you guys. We got Dave in Providence. Hey, Dave.
Yo, what's up, Big Joe?
Yo.
Dude, let me tell you this. I just smashed some sesame chicken with an egg roll and pork fried rice and some steamed pork dumplings after this loss. I needed it.
How was it? Where'd you get it from?
Oh, China Sales, Manton Ave, Olneyville, Providence, which is really sad because the original New York system, which has been there forever, just got bought by the same company from Newport that is buying Wally's Wieners, which was the old canteen on Federal Hill.
Oh, I know what that is.
Joe, Providence is in shambles. It's utterly depressing what's happening.
Yeah, what about the Celtics?
Well, let's get into the Celtics, man. I love Peyton Pritchard. He's my favorite player in the Celtics, but it's become obvious that his intangibles and his leader as a spark plug on this team, Mazzulla, he clings to it like his binky.
He didn't tonight. Now, defensively, he did late in the game. He did.
I know, but it's just, I think they're just relying on Pritchard too much to be this energetic spark plug that never gives up on any play. And he's such a good player, but he is limited in his size. And he's having such a momentous season, and I think he is going to get 6th Player of the Year award, but there's going to be shortcomings here and there, but they can't give up on him, but they got to ease up on him here and there.
Appreciate you. Enjoy your Chinese food. Paulie in the North End.
That was absolutely embarrassing. Tonight with Jaylen Brown. He doesn't play defense anymore. I'm sick of it. And I think we got to make a statement. And at the end of the season, we got to trade one of the stars, Jason or Jaylen. And I'm taking Jaylen. Trade him away. Restart something. We can't afford him with the luxury tax next year. Or maybe you put him on the bench for the end of the season and get those bench points up. That was embarrassing.
Okay, dude. Is that like a TikTok video on the phone?
Yeah, it didn't feel too genuine to me.
Did you notice when Jaylen Brown went out of the game?
Yeah, they struggled.
Nobody could stop anybody, but trade his ass, right? Trade him. 37 points.
Joe, who was the MVP of the NBA Finals last year?
Jaylen Brown.
Oh, interesting.
No, we always talk about the non-Tatum minutes, right?
Did that guy mention, Sam Hauser or Peyton Pritchard or Luke Cornett or Joe Mazzulla's coaching tonight or Drew Holiday being injured or Porzingis maybe not being right for the playoffs? None of those things. He didn't mention any of those.
They got to go. It's embarrassing.
Lost to the best team in the East. Embarrassing. I mean, look, they should have won this game. Bad loss. They weren't good.
Yeah.
They made a ton of mistakes. I'm not trading Jaylen Brown.
Me either.
Yeah, a hot take, Joe.
The things look good when you have Brown and Tatum. It's very good. That guy needs some Chinese food on the way home. Hey, maybe I'll get some on the way home. Why not, right? We got another break to go here. Let's wrap this bad boy up on the other side. I'm Joe Murray on the Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe. You're listening to Joe Murray.
Face of the league. Kenny Atkinson after tonight's Cavs win over the Celtics. Jason Tatum, that's one of the most incredible shot-making games that I've ever seen in the league. We all got to appreciate him, and he carries himself with class. Hats off to him. So the face of the NBA talk, at least he got backed by Kenny Atkinson tonight. The Joe Murray research team has come up with a few notes for me. It was Hauser's 14th career game of 34 or more minutes. In his fourth game this year of 34 minutes or more. He shouldn't be playing that long. Tatum, 7 assists at halftime, finished with 9. I think that he should have shot more, but I think someone else should have been trying to find him inside on the zone. And we have RJ in California. You got like a minute, dude. How you doing, buddy?
I'm pretty swell. How you doing, Jay Murray?
Good, buddy.
Yeah, I know. I already know, brother. But anyways, 2 questions. How many the losing streak? 2 losses each time we lose is correct?
Yes.
Okay. So here's the concern right here. If we get to a 3rd loss, is that a concern?
No.
All right, Joe, but what about a 4th loss?
No.
5?
No.
6?
No. The Celtics are the best team in the league when healthy. Now, we don't know if they're healthy every night. We don't know. I don't know if the Cavs will be healthy. I would back the Celtics in all situations if Tatum and Brown are on the court.
Yeah, this is why I think the playoff seeding punt it. Like, it doesn't matter. Forget about the 1 seed. Get healthy. That above all else is what they need. I don't care about the 1 seed. It's over. You're not getting the 1 seed.
I would get healthy and maybe try to get a little bit more of a 1 through 9 kind of thing, Just get that down a little bit. It's going to be Horford. It's going to be Cornette. It's going to be Pritchard. That's 8. Hauser should be 9. Who's your 10th guy? It's probably Keita. But you want it to be Craig. Who knows? There's an extra roster spot still, right? You know who's out there, Skaz. I'll save it. Trent, thank you, sir. Excellent job tonight. The Revs open up tomorrow. We did a video. We'll post that soon. Skaz, excellent job as always. Nice haircut. Enjoy your weekend. I'm Joe Murray. Whoa, I almost lost my voice. But hey, guess what, everybody?